What is up, YouTube? This is Crow from Team Triple Sleeve, back at it again with another video. You already know what it is. It's a deck interview. Alright, we have another newcomer onto the channel. Actually, we had his brother on earlier,
Yep.
And now we got the other brother. So, what's your name, good sir?
Dominique.
Dominique. How are you doing today, first off?
I'm doing good. Just feeling a little, camera shy, but I get over it.
Alright. I'm gonna ask you a general question I've asked everybody else. For one, how did you feel about the tournament? What did you play against? What deck did you decide to run? But I know it's a lot, so I'm going to ask you, how did you feel about the event overall?
I liked it. I liked that we had such a nice turnout. Wish it could have had a little more diversity.
Right. Bruce was like everywhere.
Exactly. Every opponent I played, it was Bruce. The whole tournament.
Oh, so did you not play anything but Bruce?
Nothing but Bruce.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you had a total of what? You had to play, 6 rounds? I think it was?
Yeah.
Sheesh. That's rough.
It is.
So, again, you pretty much answered the other question what all the matchups were. I will be holding another tournament, not this week, but the following week. Will you be participating in that one as well?
Oh, definitely.
Awesome stuff. So what deck did you decide to bring today?
I decided to roll with Keter Sanctuary Bastion.
And what made you decide upon Bastion?
Well, I had heard it was a really strong deck, and I've always liked Paladins, Shadow Paladins, Gold Paladins, Royal Paladins, and Bastion's overall look really got my attention, and then I found out that it was a ridiculously strong deck, and it doesn't require, a whole lot of thinking. You just kind of shut your brain off and just play.
Fair enough. All right, again, congratulations on your top. What placement did you get again?
Came in second.
Came in second. Oh, man. Again, congrats. I actually seen some of your matches you played phenomenally.
Thank you.
All right, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into that deck profile. All right, brother, show me what you're working with in this deck.
All right, so for this deck, I run 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 crits. I feel the 7 crits helps for pressure because you're already swinging for giant numbers. Because almost your whole deck is grade 3s. So if you want them to really feel the pressure, just stick with a bunch of crits.
Got you.
I've also got 1, 2, 3, 4 draws. Because it's draw triggers, why not? You need more hand advantage.
I've seen some builds run front triggers. Have you tried to build out with fronts, or do you just prefer the draws?
I tried that with fronts at home. Didn't like it too much because I didn't feel like I was getting enough in my hand.
Got you. Fair enough.
Then, of course, 4 heals. Why would you run anything less?
Right.
And then your mandatory over trigger.
All right, so I've asked this question to everybody, and you're not excluded, so I'm going to ask you this too. How often did you draft check this?
I draft checked this once in my first match, and it was fantastic.
How often have you hit it defensively out of your 6 matches?
Out of 3 of them.
And how many times have you actually seen it in your opening hand?
Once, and I shuffled it back immediately.
And how many times did you actually just draw it in general during the game?
I think that was twice.
Okay. I'm just trying to get, statistics. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I understand. No, I don't know. I feel like you will not see your over trigger as often as people think you will. Especially because, there's just one.
Gotcha.
All right, now let's move on to the grade 1s. 4 perfect guards. I should be running the Aegis Mare, the one that you can play from your hand for free if it's the only one.
Right.
I kind of realized that today. That I should have played.
Do you have copies of them?
Yeah, but I like this one way more because of how it looks.
Don't do it to yourself.
Look at this, though. Look at this.
Don't be a bad player. Don't be a bad player.
I'm going to make the changes later.
All right. I'm joking with you, by the way.
And that's it. Now let's move on to what really matters, the grade 3s.
Yeah, the grade 2s, right? Oh,
those don't exist.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right, so for grade 3s, you got 4 Fasado.
The boy.
I love this card. I love this card so much. I like him way more than Alden. I think this card is the one that should have been so much more expensive because you spend so much counterblast between Alden and Solaria that you need to refill your resources. And this is the card to do it because
Gives you soul, gives you a counter charge.
Exactly. And no one wants to let it hit. So
and you get cards out your opponent's hand, essentially.
Exactly. He doesn't even have to hit the Vanguard. He just hits anywhere and you get your resources back. So naturally, people are going to be trying to guard this.
Right.
Next, we've got one of the stars of the deck for Alden.
My boy.
I like this card. This card's really good.
Card's nuts.
It is, because all you do is just call him, counterblast 2 and a soul blast. And you're most of your deck's grade 3s, so you're always going to have a grade 3 in hand. You call one and you draw 2.
Right, and the great part about this card, what people also fail to realize is that when you swing with this card, let's say you swing with him first, right? He gets 5k power. And then when you restand him with Bastion skill, when he swings, that 5k sticks, it stacks.
I didn't know that either till you told me earlier.
Yeah, I was mentioning it to somebody else, and you was like, wait, huh? I was like, yeah.
But excuse me? He does what?
Reading is fundamental.
Stay in school, kids. And then we got 4 Dark Strain Dragon. I'm thinking of cutting this down to maybe 3 or 2 because I don't think I see the need to run so many.
You can run 3 or 2. Both numbers are perfectly fine. You can actually run in Swinging Sword of Judgment. I believe it's the name of the order card, the one that tucks the bottom card. But yeah.
Okay, so everyone knows what he does. You just Soul Blast 2 and all your grade 3s can boost.
Right.
That, I saw the fear of God in my opponent's eyes when I would do that. But, oh, all my grade 3s can boost. We'll say goodbye to my hand. And next, we've got...
That's the MVP right there.
Exactly, Refluke. This guy is one of the best cards in the deck. You Soul Charge him and get any rearguard a free 10k. You can give that to Alden. He's even more dangerous. You could give that to Fasado. They gotta guard more so you don't get to recharge your resources. Simple as that. This is my waifu. This, I'm not even ashamed to admit it. This is the waifu of the deck, because, I mean, look at her.
She's nice. And Counterblast, what was it? Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, when you ditch her from your hand during your turn, you draw a card?
Yep, and that can be for Bastion skill. Who else might you discard?
For your outline.
That too. You can use her at any time, and she's just a great free draw. So that's her. And then there's Kabakio. She is nice. I like running her at 4 because she's just an extra guard. Only if you have a bunch of grade 3s in hand. Well, on the field. I'm sorry, on the field. So when you guard with her, you're not really worried about guarding, because someone asked me earlier, do I worry about not being able to guard? No, not really, because this deck draws so much. I will see a lot of triggers, and then I'll also see her. So that's her main purpose in here. And then we've got the 3 extra copies of Bastion, because you want a Persona ride. And that's pretty much it for the deck profile. All in all, this deck is ridiculously strong. Like, I've seen people complain about this deck and how strong it is. They're right to do so.
I think it's a perfectly balanced deck, to be honest with you, because in the early game, you lack pressure. And it's a give or take. So I think, yes, it's still the best deck in the format, just by consistency basis. But I think it's still a balanced deck at the end of the day as well, because you have to give or take something.
Yeah. Because you can't overextend, because then you're left with nothing in hand.
Right. Again, I thank you so much for participating in the tournament, and then thank you again for, allowing me to do this deck profile.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
No problem.
All right, man, this is Crow, signing out. Peace.